time for This Week in Clarksville. And now, here's your host, Stephanie Miller.
Welcome to This Week in Clarksville on this Thursday, September 29th. I'm your host, Stephanie Miller. First, let me say I do hope you're enjoying the fall temperatures out there. And let me share with you what we have to look forward to in today's show. We are learning more about Best of Clarksville 2022. The event is coming up next week, but hear how you can get your ticket to vote, what your vote will do for your favorite local business, and also where the dollars raised from Best of Clarksville, who that will benefit, and the organizations getting a little help from the money raised from ticket sales. Also coming up, we are going to hear from Clarksville Gas and Water. We're going to hear how they're observing Public Natural Gas Week, what event they have planned, and also why their campaign of Call Before You Dig is relevant any time of year. Also coming up this weekend is the Caleb Cares 5K project. We are going to hear from the mother who has organized this event. She lost her son to suicide 3 years ago. She's going to share with us what this event is intended to do and how she helps others start that conversation with their children, either about suicide or just their emotional state. Also coming up, we are going to sit down with Wes Foster from WestFed to hear how businesses can utilize TikTok to market their business. And then lastly today, we are going to go over to the Wadeboard Nature Center to hear about their community garden and how you can volunteer at their upcoming event this weekend to give your time to help with that garden. We're going to hear how successful they have been in getting volunteers so far. I love it. A little bit later, we are also going to hear about APSU's big win over the weekend and tournament play coming up for some of your favorite high schools from our sports reporter, Brady McAtamney. But first, let's check in with reporter Sherry Reeves to hear what's making the wrap in this week's edition of Main Street Clarksville.
In this week's edition of Main Street Clarksville, we step outside to feature the Tennessee Run for the Fallen. It kicked off last weekend on Fort Campbell Boulevard and traveled south through Clarksville down to Riverside Drive and on out to Montgomery County and to other Middle Tennessee cities. 3 runners from Clarksville Fire Rescue joined in to support the team of runners. The annual Run for the Fallen is a 3-day tribute that runs across the country designed to publicly honor and remember American fallen service members and also to recognize the sacrifices made by their families. Congratulations to Austin Peay State University and its homecoming weekend, the annual crowning of the homecoming king and queen, a festive homecoming parade, lots of folks on campus. All of that was topped off with a big win for the Governors out on the football field. The City of Clarksville is expanding the premium hazard pay under the American Rescue Plan Act to its retired employees, as well as the families of deceased employees who worked through the pandemic between March of 2020 and March of 2022. There will be 76 retirees and the families of 9 deceased employees affected by this measure. The Blue Star families of Tennessee celebrated Blue Star Welcome Week last weekend in North Clarksville. The group held a fun day for families and cut the ribbon on a free little library, making books available to interested readers. The festive event had many people engaging in all kinds of fun activities, including cornhole games, face painting for the kids, a magic show, and all kinds of food and prizes. And that's a wrap. I'm Sherry Reeves, Main Street, Clarksville.
Thank you, Sherry. When we come back, we have the details for voting for your favorite business in this year's Best of Clarksville and the organizations benefiting from the dollars raised. We'll be right back.
The West Group at Southwest Funding has a combined 29 plus years of experience in the local mortgage market. It's our top priority to make sure the client is well informed and has a transparent loan process. Our focus is to make your journey to home ownership as seamless as possible. Once you close with the West Group, you are family for life. To become part of the happy West Group family of clients, call 931-266-0013 or visit us at thewestgroupswf.com.
Okay, what was our favorite part of the chapter?
Well, first, has anyone seen Chris?
She was just in the bathroom. Guys, it's rooms for less.
So what about the chair?
Yeah, rooms for less. I love it too. Love it. I just got it. It's amazing. All right, book club at Rooms for Less next week.
Welcome back to This Week in Clarksville. I'm your host, Stephanie Miller. I am joined by Melanie Thompson today, and we are talking about the best of Clarksville for 2022. First off, Melanie, thank you so much for joining me out here in the parking lot.
Yes.
I'll let you know which parking lot in just a moment, but thank you for this.
Oh, you're welcome.
First, give us the rundown on Best of Clarksville.
Best of Clarksville has been going on this will be the 26th year.
Okay.
And it was always, it's always an event where all the money that's raised goes to nonprofits here locally.
Amazing.
So we have 3 large groups that have taken this under, and it's the Bikers Who Care, Clarksville Rotaries, and Clarksville Kiwanis.
Okay.
And then we've picked 4 other charities this year that will also receive money from that. So 100% goes to nonprofits and stays right here in our town.
I love that. What charities? What are the 4 others in addition to the 3 that you just mentioned?
We have Crisis 211,
Okay.
Finders Keepers Cat Rescue, American Mobility Project, and Clarksville Urban Ministry Safe House.
Fantastic. And this event is going to be happening here in the parking lot. It's between Belk and Best Buy. So when you're in Clarksville, put one of those addresses in, and it's happening right here in the parking
You
lot.
can't miss it.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So on the 6th, so this will be next Thursday, on the 6th of October is when this is taking place. So people, they get online, they buy a ticket, they come here, and what happens at that point?
Then they can come in, and there's going to be over 200 businesses here with all kinds of, pens, pencil, whatever, that you can, and samples. We have breweries and things that'll be here as well, and restaurants. So they'll get to come in and go through all the tents and collect everything they want, and then they can vote. You have to have a ticket to vote. Once you get a ticket, you get a voting code, and then you can vote for all your favorites.
Fantastic. And again, just a great time to come out and have fun. Support the businesses that you love.
Yes.
And again, know that money is going back to special organizations that could always use the help. So when they vote, they can just kind of mingle around and do their thing.
They can do their thing, and then we have entertainment with lots of the dance academies and groups here in town, and martial arts doing some performances for us that night too.
Tell me, what does Best of Clarksville mean? You said you were going into the 26th year of doing this. What does it mean for our area to have an event like this?
It's really, I think it's just a great community event to bring people together, showcase the beautiful, great business owners that we have, and just have some fun. We all need some fun these days.
That we do. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Now, where do we go to buy our ticket beforehand?
You can buy them online. You can also buy them at the gate. But if you buy them before 5 o'clock on the 6th, you can get them for $10.
Okay.
After that, at the gate at 5, it'll be $15.
All right, fantastic. So buy them online for $10, at the gate for $15. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you feel like we need to know before the event on the 6th?
It just takes a lot of people, so we're very thankful to our volunteers. It's going to take about 150 volunteers to pull this off every year, so we're appreciative of everyone that comes and helps us out with this great nonprofit event.
For someone seeing this, since this is the week before, so we have a week left, if you need a last minute volunteer, how can people reach out to you to maybe do that, or say, hey, I'd like to give my time?
Find us on Facebook, Best of Clarksville on Facebook. We also have a website, which is bestofclarksville.org, that you can reach out with any questions that you have. or if you want to participate, if you're nominated. If you are nominated, you have to be here to win. So.
Good to know. All important information. Melanie, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Best of Clarksville, the event happening next Thursday, October 6th. Get here at 5 o'clock. Enjoy just a really good time. Support the businesses and know your money is going to some phenomenal organization and causes. Stick with us here on This Week in Clarksville. We have more coming up right after the break.
At Miss Lucille's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lucille's. You'll be glad you did.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
If you're looking to buy a home under $500,000, check out this 3,000 square foot home in Savannah Chase with all brick and an open floor plan. This kitchen features gorgeous granite countertops and stainless steel appliances. And who doesn't love extra storage? I'm Journey Louie with the Journey Louie team at Clarksville.com Realty. If you're interested in your own personal tour of this property, contact me today.
Welcome back to This Week in Clarksville. I'm your host, Stephanie Miller. I'm with the Assistant Gas Manager for Clarksville Gas and Water, Tyler Hayes, today. Tyler, first off, thanks for giving me your time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
There's some really important information to get out. There is an upcoming Awareness Week in October, the first week of October, and it references natural gas. Can you kind of tell me a little more about that?
Yeah, so the first week in October is Public Natural Gas Week, and we like to have an event here at the City of Clarksville Gas and Water Department that is a public awareness event. It allows us to meet with our customers and allows them to ask any questions they may have about natural gas or really any other utility.
Well, tell me about the importance of kind of being just aware of natural gas.
Yeah, so being aware of natural gas and any other utility is a very important thing for not only homeowners but other operators in the area. You are constantly surrounded by infrastructure of your utility, so you need to be aware of it, and you need to make sure that you're doing everything in your power to avoid those utilities and be cognizant of those utilities when performing construction activities.
Which brings me to the next, which is a call before you dig. And this is something that you, if you're looking to dig anywhere, that you need to be aware of year round. Tell me more about the 811 call before you dig.
Yeah, so 811 exists for utilities to be able to map all of their utilities in one central location so that whenever somebody who is doing digging in the area can call in and they can notify every operator in the area, and we can go out and mark our utilities before any construction activities begin. So it keeps us in the loop whenever somebody is doing any digging in the area, and it makes sure that any homeowner or any contractor in the area is aware of any utility that might be in the surrounding area whenever they go to dig.
Okay, and I know, I've seen this campaign not only here but in other areas. And some people may say, it's really not that important. I don't have to worry about calling. It'll be fine. What would you like to say to those who may have that, it'll be fine sort of mentality?
I'd like to say a couple of things. A, it won't be fine, because if you do hit a utility, it's going to be a very expensive thing for you, and it's going to be a very dangerous situation. And B, it's something that's free. It's something that we provide as a public service to everybody in the community, and it's something that anybody can do at any time. It's not going to cause us any additional work. It's something that we're prepared to do in order to protect our infrastructure and protect you. So make every effort you can to call 811 before you dig. It's going to save you money, and it's going to protect you in the long run.
So let's talk about those consequences if you do not call before you dig.
Yeah, if you do not call before you dig, we will have to bill you for the infrastructure damage that is caused because of the excavating damage. And we will, in certain cases, have to report you to the state of Tennessee, and they will do a review, and there are possible fines associated with causing damage to our utilities.
Got it. Well, Tyler, is there anything else that I haven't mentioned yet or brought up that you'd like to kind of share with everyone watching this or seeing this?
I don't believe so. I do believe that we've talked about everything that we would like to talk about. Public Natural Gas Week is coming up the first week in October. We'd love to see you out here. Grab a bite of lunch on us and learn a little bit more about your local utility.
So the 7th of October is the Friday that you can come out and join them, learn a little bit more about this Awareness Week for natural gas, and meet Tyler, meet some of the rest of the team that you have right here at Clarksville Gas and Water. They're always here and ready to answer any question that you have. If someone does want to inquire about anything, what's the number to call?
The best number to call to contact us about any questions you may have is 931-645-7422.
Fantastic. Tyler, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Hope
Absolutely.
This has helped some of you out there. If you had a question about natural gas, 811. But again, you know who to call. Don't go anywhere. We have more coming up here on This Week in Clarksville when we come back.
Hey, I'm John, one of the family owners here at the City Forum. Some people think I'm great at the games and attractions here, but I'm not. I'm fantastic. Your mom might want to pick that up. Go low with 18 holes in mini golf. Channel your inner Ricky Bobby on the go-kart track. Play in Clarksville's only 7D motion theater. 10 lanes of family fun bowling. Don't forget about our big birthday party rooms. So come on out to the City Forum and try to beat some of my high scores.
The West Group at Southwest Funding has a combined 29 plus years of experience in the local mortgage market. It's our top priority to make sure the client is well informed and has a transparent loan process. Our focus is to make your journey to home ownership as seamless as possible. Once you close with the West Group, you are family for life. To become part of the happy West Group family of clients, call 931-266-0013 or visit us at thewestgroupswf.com.
Welcome back. I'm with sports reporter Brady McAtamney. There's a lot to talk about today because APSU, Austin Peay State University, just had a big win this past weekend.
They absolutely did. So it was homecoming. They went into halftime losing 20-3. Not great, but they came back, outscored them 28-0 in the second half and got a huge win over Eastern Kentucky on homecoming. That boosted them up in the rankings. Of course, top 25 team, now number 16 in the country. So really awesome weekend for Austin Peay. Of course, Friday night, high school football, as usual. Clarksville High got a big win over Northeast, you know, a bit of a city rival there for them. Montgomery Central, Clarksville Academy also got wins. So, of course, very, very fun for them to get those victories. We're also looking at tournament time starting up here for soccer and volleyball.
Already?
Yeah, absolutely. I know, time flies, right?
It really does.
Yeah, so we're looking at those starting actually next week. So next time we have an update, we'll be able to kind of start talking about how those things are looking. So yeah, it's really flying by.
Well, going into tournaments, anything that we need to be on the lookout for? Any schools that really stick out to you right now?
Yeah, so I think the three-team region, well, there's 4 teams that'll be in the tournament, but Clarksville High, Rossview, and West Creek's girls soccer, all 3 very good teams, and those 3 have actually all beaten each other, where Clarksville has beaten West Creek has beaten Rossview, Rossview has beaten Clarksville. So that's going to be a very interesting way to see how that turns out. It'll be Rossview and West Creek in the first round. So one of those teams isn't going to be able to play very long.
Super excited about that. Just to go back real quick to the homecoming game, you were there. I did not make it to APSU's homecoming, but what was it like just to see the crowd? What was that experience? Yeah,
so it was actually the 3rd largest crowd in Forterra Stadium history.
Shut the front door.
Yeah. So they actually had about 9,000 fans there in the building. So they were definitely rowdy, and they definitely helped spark that second half comeback. The Austin Peay players, coaching staff, very complimentary of the fans.
Awesome. Way to rock on for your football team there. And again, the entire homecoming experience. Hope everyone enjoyed that. Brady, anything else that we need to know before we head into this next few days?
Get ready for some craziness because as always, tournament time is always a blast.
I love it. All right, Brady, thank you so much. Stay right here. We have more coming up in just a minute.
I'm Journey Louie, lead agent with the Journey Louie team at Clarksville.com Realty. Not every client needs the same approach. No matter what you need, my specially curated team and I devise a creative strategy to get you exactly what you want. I don't have to tell you that this market is unpredictable, but the key is to have a local, experienced real estate agent to help you make an informed financial decision.
I just love your living room set. Do you mind if I ask where you got it?
You're not gonna believe this, but Rooms for Less.
No way. I thought with the whole less thing.
No, not at all. The whole less is really more. More quality, more name brand, more selection.
Excuse me, one moment. Rooms for Less? Yes, I'm calling about a living room set. Great, I'm on my way.
We are very open and willing to share our story. It's what Caleb would want, because he would say, Mommy, you know, tell them my story and help save a life.
Through the Caleb Cares Project, Christina Slate is doing that for her son. And at the same time, working to help other families open up to conversations about difficult feelings and suicide.
Even when they don't think they need to, or they don't feel like their child would ever be, you know, do anything like that, because I certainly didn't. So.
This Saturday at 8 a.m., Christina and others will carry Caleb's light and legacy of love at the second Caleb Cares 5K run and walk.
In the aftermath, what can we do except try to pick up the pieces and carry on for him and for everyone, you know, in our circle of influence.
Money raised through the Caleb Cares Project goes back to children in our area. If you would like more information, you can go to ajourneyforcaleb.org.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Social media has really transformed how businesses put their information out to their target audience. I'm here with Wes Foster. He owns Sept out of Clarksville, Tennessee. First, thank you for joining me for this, because we're hitting on a really important subject for any business owner out there, and that's utilizing TikTok for advertising.
Yeah, TikTok is, I mean, you don't have to explain exactly what TikTok is. Everyone knows what TikTok is. People spend 3 or 4 hours a day on TikTok, and it's been huge. It's been huge for businesses.
How does, say, a new business owner, how do they start using that right off the bat?
Well, it's just the same as using TikTok yourself. Just kind of, the biggest thing that I always say to do is look for trends, jump on trends with your business as quickly as possible. That's the quickest way to get virality with your business posts. But in February, March of this year, they started using, or TikTok came out with their ads platform. So now you can actually run ads for your business on TikTok.
Very nice. So what's the first question that you get asked when you have a business owner that comes to you? What's that first question that they tend to ask you?
About TikTok is, what am I supposed to say? What kind of videos am I supposed to make?
What do you say to those who are a little nervous about making videos? Not everyone is really good in front of a camera, or they don't think that they're good in front of the camera.
That's the key thing. They don't think they're good. Talking on camera, even though it's just kind of like one-on-one, it's the same as public speaking, and people, you know, studies show that people would rather die than to speak in front of a public audience. It's just very fearful for most people. But what I say is, if what you're saying and what you're providing is valuable, that fear comes from you just thinking of yourself too much. You know, kind of focusing on what do I look like, what does the lighting look like, how do I sound, instead of focusing on what you should be focusing on, which is the value, your audience, and what you're trying to convey to them.
Would you suggest, again, Wes here, he focuses on marketing, on search engine optimization. He focuses on making sure that the best of your business is out there to the public. Should businesses make a point to utilize someone or business that offers your service?
Absolutely. It depends on the stage of your business, actually. So in the beginning, it's a lot easier to leverage your own time versus leverage money. So if you're a brand new business, a lot of times you have to wear many hats. You have to do a lot of these things yourself. But as you grow and you start to increase your cash flow, start to build new revenue, it's very important to leverage that money instead of holding it in a big pot. Leverage it to grow your business and hire experts to come in and do those things for you.
What's the growth that you do see when a business starts utilizing or using a service like yours?
It's different per industry. Okay. So if you're running paid ads, if you're running ads on TikTok, on Google, on Facebook, you're going to see a return a lot faster. We have a local e-commerce client that sells retail here in Clarksville, but also sells online all across the U.S., and they see 5 to 6 times their investment every single month. And so it just depends on the service, it depends on the industry, it depends on the area. That's why I always suggest starting with an audit.
Fantastic. Well, this will not be the last time that we get to hear from Wes and get his expertise on marketing your business. Make sure that you have the right information going out. Wes, I really do appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Guess what? The real estate market is changing, creating opportunities for home buyers.
We still have a housing shortage. With interest rates rising, homes aren't selling as quickly, which is allowing inventory to grow.
So if you've been out there before or struggled to find a home that meets your needs, it's time to breathe the home side.
In today's market, you'll have more options and less competition. The data shows that multiple offer situations are still happening, they're just not as intense as they have been in the past years.
So if you're still looking to make a move, it might be time to pick your home search back up today.
Welcome back to This Week in Clarksville. I'm your host, Stephanie Miller, and I'm able to meet up once again with Katie Nettie from the Wadeborn Nature Center here at Rotary Park. Katie, it's always a treat to get to talk with you, to get to hear what's happening. You guys received a grant back in July to do a community garden. How's that going?
It's going better than expected, actually. We've had about 30 to 40 different volunteers show up on the variety of different days, and I can't believe how many people volunteer to pick up rocks out here. It's so labor intensive. But so far it's going really well. We've got stuff in the ground and it's growing.
Did you expect the turnout?
I didn't expect the turnout because it's late in the season and typically, you plant in the spring. But because of when the grant dollars have to be spent, we did have to get some progress going and show them that we were working out here. So I've been surprised at how many people want to dig in someone else's dirt. It's not it's for the community, not their own. And so it's been really special.
So you've been out here with them. What are you hearing from the parents, from the kids as they're digging through the dirt, helping you out?
You would think that in Clarksville, everybody would have a second hand as a farmer, but there's been such an influx in the population that people live in smaller homes, they live in apartments, they don't have access to this kind of land. And so we've been able to teach little kids how to plant a seed and what it takes to care for it, and that soon, hopefully, maybe how to prepare some of those foods also.
Here's a look at the garden, what you can see behind us. So you're taking a look at what's been put down into the garden what they've been working on. What are some of the variety of vegetables or plants?
We're going to have a lot of lettuce, so we'll be able to make some big salads pretty soon. The radishes are looking awesome. We have carrots, turnips, and peas right now that are doing pretty well. So if the cold weather can hang out for a little bit, we'll have more of a variety.
Please, Mother Nature, work with us on this. So you have what's here in the garden. I also see some plant stands.
Yeah, they're raised garden beds. They're designed for people who may have limited mobility and can't quite get into this dirt. We can bring the garden to them.
Oh, nice.
And so also that will help us if the weather does get a little bit colder. We can shift these inside on the frost nights to potentially have the grow last a little longer.
Absolutely beautiful. I love it. So now also tell me about the upcoming day that you have for volunteers.
We have a big community volunteer day on October 1st, and it'll be the finishing touches of getting the rest of our rows in the garden and maybe harvesting some early lettuce. And we have lunch provided on that day for us as well for a few people. So if you're interested, you can go on our website and RSVP there. We'd love to have people of all ages come out and share their farming knowledge with us.
So October 1st, so that is this coming Saturday. Go ahead and put this on your calendar. And what time would you like people to come out?
9 o'clock is when we're going to get started, so before it gets too hot, and then we'll be eating lunch around 11:30.
That sounds great. That sounds like a lot of fun. So be sure to put that on your calendar. Come out and join them here at the Wadebourne Nature Center at the Community Garden. Anything about the Community Garden that people might not know? What's in store? What's coming up next?
Yeah, so obviously the big planting season will happen in the spring, but what I want people to know is that anyone can come help. There's no experience needed, no tools. We have all of that. If you want to come for one day and just see what it's like, or if you want to be a continued volunteer, and whoever works in the garden will reap the benefits of the garden. So that's how we plan to divvy up the harvest.
Very nice. So you have your name on the list that you were here and that you helped out, and then you can come back and get what you put in.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. Well, do join in here at Rotary Park for that. Katie, thank you so much for all of the information. I know we'll be catching up with you toward the end of the month because Halloween is right around the corner, and you definitely want to stick around to see what's happening here on the 29th, but that'll be coming up in a couple of weeks. Don't go anywhere. We have more coming up here on This Week in Clarksville right after this.
The West Group at Southwest Funding has a combined 29 plus years of experience in the local mortgage market. It's our top priority to make sure the client is well informed and has a transparent loan process. Our focus is to make your journey to home ownership as seamless as possible. Once you close with the West Group, you are family for life. To become part of the happy West Group family of clients, call 931-266-0013 or visit us at thewestgroupswf.com.
Give it up. Where'd you get it?
Rooms for less.
Get out! You gotta be kidding me!
Have you ever noticed that the guys' voices get really high when they get excited? I haven't really noticed that before.
Oh yeah, you should see their selections of sofas and recliners. I mean, oh my gosh, I about lost my mind. I should take you there sometime. I mean, there's more stuff that I want to get. I can't believe you got all this from Rooms for Less.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Welcome back to This Week in Clarksville. Thank you for sticking with us. Before I leave you, I would like to share a few events happening this weekend in our area. One is tomorrow night from 4 to 9. It is Speak Easy on Main Art Show and Gala. This is presented by ArtLink. This is their biannual art show and gala. So you can enjoy an evening of just wandering around Sanctuary on Main. This is a phenomenal site. They have a really good chai tea latte if you get a chance to enjoy any of their beverages. Also happening this weekend on Saturday, you have our Clarksville Downtown Market. That's from 8 until noon. You'll find fresh produce, fresh flowers, other items there. I've seen some homemade soaps. Again, a lot of great vendors on hand with a selection for you for items you can take home. Also happening on Saturday, going back to ArtLink, they're teaming up with local Clarksville for Artsville Fest on 4th on Main. This is happening from 8 in the morning until 5 p.m. So get out and meet some of our phenomenal minds, our local creators. They'll be on hand there for the event. Also happening over in Oak Grove, Kentucky, if you'd like to take a little drive, celebrate with the Armed Services YMCA. That is from 10 to 3 in the afternoon on Saturday. You'll have food trucks, classic cars, a variety of vendors on hand, and that's happening at Valor Hall Conference and Event Center in Oak Grove. Also this weekend, I'd like to mention this, the Indian Nation Marching Band Invitational at Montgomery County High School. You can catch 10 high school bands from around the Middle Tennessee area. They'll be competing there at the high school starting at 3 p.m. So be sure to make it out to one of those events and many of the other locations. Again, I mentioned the Caleb Cares 5K walk. That is happening Saturday. You also have the volunteer opportunity at Rotary Park, the Wade Warren Nature Center, for their community garden. So you can check out their website to get more information there. I'd like to leave you again with another fall recipe. This one comes from my husband. He found it a couple of years ago. It is an easy chicken pot pie. This is my go-to comfort dish any time of the year, but especially in the fall and winter months. So as this comes up on your screen, you can see what you add to the dish. So you have cooked chicken, 2 teaspoons of garlic, frozen vegetables, 10.5 ounce of cream of chicken soup, half a teaspoon of black pepper, canned biscuits, butter, 1 cup of cheese, and 1 cup of mozzarella cheese. And honestly, we make it easy. We cook the chicken, we mix it with the vegetables, the soup, the cheeses, the black pepper, and put it in a dish that's been lined lightly in butter. Put the biscuits on top, pop it in the oven, bake, and then bring it out for a delicious lunch, dinner, and makes really good leftovers. So I hope you enjoyed that recipe. If you'd like, please send me your recipe. You can do that by reaching out to Main Street on Clarksville, or you can find me on Facebook, Stephanie Miller, and send me a message there. I'd love to share a favorite recipe of yours as we move forward in the fall and winter months. Again, thank you so much for joining us here for This Week in Clarksville. Have a wonderful Thursday, a phenomenal weekend, and a blessed start to the work week next week. See you soon.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of This Week in Clarksville. We'll see you next time.